Hi everybody and welcome. Today I want to speak about the inner world and how it actually creates the reality that we are experiencing. Now you may have heard saying that your thoughts create your reality, and I believe that it is actually true. Whatever we are thinking, whatever we are feeling, and whatever we are doing actually creates the reality that we are experiencing. So from my own personal experience, I've realized that if I wanted a different outcome into my life, I had to actually shift my state of consciousness. And the first thing that I actually did was I was trying as much as possible to actually look within myself and get to actually find the secret right there, because in ancient times they knew the fact that the secret was within themselves. And honestly, we live in a society where we are constantly seeking external validation. Okay, we are constantly seeking to be more, we are constantly seeking to achieve more, while not realizing that we already have what we need right here, right now. Okay, and there's a beautiful saying that says that realizing that needing nothing brings you everything. So if you really want to change your thoughts and if you really want to change your reality, you gotta be actually at peace with where you are standing right now. Okay, you gotta be in that state of consciousness, of peace, of harmony, of abundance. And trust me, it's not easy to go there. You know, it's not easy to go into that perfect state of consciousness, but with patience, with consciousness, with allowing yourself to be where you are, you will actually get into that state of consciousness. So what I'm seeing is the fact that if I want to attract a different outcome, if I really want to attract a different reality in my own experience, I gotta allow myself to actually be at peace right where I'm standing right now. Okay, so I'm realizing that detachment, okay, detachment from the outcome, detachment from a better experience, detachment from better feelings will actually bring me in that state of discipline. Okay, will bring me in that state of allowing things to happen. Okay, so my suggestion is, if you really want to change your thoughts and if you really want to change the reality that you are experiencing, you gotta make peace with where you are. This is actually really powerful. Okay, but if you cannot really make peace with where you are, actually allow everything that is happening to be there. Okay, because sometimes you have access to changing a circumstance, but sometimes you don't have access in changing a circumstance. And when you cannot change a circumstance, you gotta begin to change yourself in that process. Okay, so it's about perception, because what I'm realizing is the fact that perception creates reality. You know, perception creates reality, and when we are willing to perceive things in a different way, we also change that thing. Because when you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at actually change. Okay, so realize that whatever you are experiencing in your life, it is because you have created it. Okay, you have created it with the thoughts that you have, with the actions that you took, and with the feelings that you had. Okay, so it's about really getting into the inner world and getting to actually shift your frequency. How do we shift our frequency? Well, it's not necessarily about changing something, it's more likely about accepting something. Okay, because when we accept a negative circumstance in our lives, we also give the power to actually change that circumstance. Okay, so it's about really getting to find the inner peace. It's about going within, and it's about facing the demons and dragons of our own subconscious mind. Okay, I realize that thought is very powerful. Okay, our thoughts are very powerful, and feelings are also powerful. Feelings are actually more powerful than thoughts. And really, when we get into a state of appreciation, okay, when we get into a state of higher consciousness, we realize that we also shift the external reality. Okay, we also attract a different outcome. So my suggestion is, if you really want to attract a different outcome, you gotta change your inner world first. Okay, you gotta change your inner world. And what I'm seeing in myself was the fact that I got to be in a spiritual mature state where I really got detached from the external reality. I really got in beautiful moments where I found happiness within myself. I found happiness within myself. And yes, happiness is an inside job. Okay, If you really want to be happy, you gotta go within yourself and you gotta begin to accept more. The universe doesn't want you to try harder, it wants you to trust it more, okay? So it's about really becoming that space of higher frequencies. It's about becoming that space where you actually allow more things to enter your life, and realizing that again, detachment is so important here, okay? The more that you become detached from the outcome is the more that you will actually get into that state of consciousness that is represented by authenticity. You don't have to be detached to your manifestations. You don't have to be detached you don't have to be attached to your manifestation. You don't have to be attached to another person. You don't have to be attached to anything, because attachment creates suffering, okay? So my suggestion is, if you really want to change your outer world, you gotta begin to move the inner world in a different way, okay? And this is actually happening with acceptance. The more that you accept something is the more that you get to actually shift that thing. And I'm realizing in my meditations is the fact that I don't have to stop my thoughts. What I have to do, I have to accept my thoughts, okay? So it's about that state of observation. It's not your job to make it happen, it's your job to allow it to happen. And this is actually through me consciousness. It is the consciousness where the spirit or the higher self actually speaks through us, okay? So it's all about a process, and today's message was about attracting a different outcome. Today's message was about shifting the inner world in order to actually change your reality. So guys, what I want you to realize from this video is the fact that your thoughts and your energy, your feelings, your actions actually determine what kind of outcome you're actually attracting into your life. So my suggestion is try to get as much as possible in that authentic state of consciousness and actually let go of perfection. Because when you let go of perfection, you realize that things are actually perfect in their imperfections. So my suggestion is just be yourself in the process. You know, just be yourself in the process and see what happens. Because yes, we live in an amazing universe. And we live in a universe that actually responds to our energy. We live in a universe that is working based on laws and on higher principles. And one principle is correspondence. Correspondence says that what we are experiencing on the inside will determine what we are actually will be experiencing on the outside. So it's about really taking that responsibility and allowing your inner world to change, okay? When you change from the inside out, the outer will actually change as well, okay? Because in essence, you are it, okay? They say that we are actually the universe experiencing itself. And it is true, there is no separation. There is no separation in a higher state of consciousness. There is only connection. There is only the principle of one soul, one energy, one tribe. You know, and really separation is about the physical world. The separation is about the physical world. Separation is about the third dimensional level of consciousness. But I realized that I am a multidimensional being having a human experience. Okay, I am multidimensional. It means that I can actually grow my consciousness into a higher state where I'm actually experiencing everything as one energy. Okay, we are all one. I really got into researching the law of one material, and yes, we are all one consciousness, okay? We are all one tribe, and there are so many things that we can actually focus on. But when we are realizing that we are actually one consciousness, we actually begin to take responsibility for our inner world. And when we take responsibility for our inner world, we get to actually experience something different on the outside, okay? So guys, thank you for watching, and this was today's message that says that your thoughts create your reality. Take care of your inner world and you will see magic happen on the outside. Guys, thank you for watching, and yes, like always, see you on what's coming up next. If you are new to the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. And if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Constantly Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me and get to know yourself in a more spiritual way, feel free to also send me a message. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. You gotta shift your inner world if you want a different outcome on the outside. I love it so much, much peace, and see ya. Bye bye.